Hey guys, I bought this knife a few days ago. On the blade right here it says F1 Fällkniven Lam VG10, which would suggest that this is the F1 pilot survival knife by Fällkniven, the laminated VG10 version. It is not. I bought this knife for $12.26, including shipping, because I think a couple of weeks ago I've seen for sale ad on Facebook where somebody was selling a knife just like this, pretending to sell Fällkniven F1. And unfortunately, somebody bought it. It was, I think, one day later that I noticed that post and commented on it. Of course, I was immediately blocked, and I don't know who bought it. Now, when you buy this knife from China, you will pay $12, $15 for it. So you know you're not buying a Fällkniven F1. However, if somebody sells you this knife and they say, you know, I have this F1, I would like to sell it, you don't really know what you're buying, and the internet is full of them. There are a couple of things that will let you know that this knife is a fake, just from looking at it. First off, this is a full flat ground blade. The F1 has a convex ground blade. The F1 does not have a V-edge. When it comes brand new, it has a micro V-edge. And the most important one of all, this one does not have a lamination line. I'm hoping the camera will pick it up. And you can see the lamination line in this one, but you cannot see a lamination line in this one. So even if somebody were to convex it, they would have a hard time reproducing this lamination line. Of course, they could scratch it, and when you would sharpen it, you would immediately notice it, and by then it would be too late. And unfortunately, there are a lot of these knives going around. So before you buy a fake F1, I would advise you to just buy it if you're absolutely sure. The rest is pretty similar. If somebody would hand me this knife in the dark and I would just pick it up, I would say, yeah, it's the F1, because the handles are very similar and the feel of the handle is about the same. This one's new, so it's a bit more rough. However, I couldn't tell. Now the checkering pattern is a bit bigger on this one, and the handle is a bit larger on the fake one. The pommel protrudes a bit more, and it is not as wide, but these are so small that you couldn't tell. The blade thickness and the blade length the same. So the three things you should look out for would be the grind, the V-edge, and the lamination line. If you manage to spot it, let others know, because I bet a lot of people bought fake knives without knowing. Unfortunately, I think that was the case for whoever bought that knife. Now, I will not talk about the sheath because I do not have my original F1 sheath. There are some differences. They are, well, large, I would say, especially in the quality of the material. But you need to watch out for the knife, not for the sheath. Somebody might sell it with a leather sheath or whatever. I think the biggest difference is the lamination line. I would advise you to just buy knives from people you know or from trustworthy stores, because the internet is full of Fällkniven F1s that are not, paramilitary 2s that are fake, militaries, enduras, delicas. The internet is full of them, and I know there are a lot of people who will just try to take advantage of others. If you bought such a knife and you don't know if it's real or not, the simplest test would be to sharpen it and start working with it. Now, I have two such knives. This is my fake paramilitary 2. And I think about a month ago I started working with it. It scratches up immediately. even in softer woods or cardboard, you will get a lot of scratches. Now this F1 is also scratched up, but that's because of the sheath, the Kydex sheath, and I did this with it who knows how many hundreds of times. But whenever I cut wood with it, it would not scratch, and neither will other knives. I don't have a problem with design copies like this Ganzo G729, which is a design copy of the Paramilitary 2. It does not pretend to be the Paramilitary 2. It tells you what it is. It's a Ganzo knife, it has an axis lock, and it's made out of 440C. A pretty decent knife if you ask me. Now, unfortunately, this one does not tell you that. I don't know what kind of steel this is, or if it's heat treated. The upside to this would be if it's not heat treated, you could probably split wood with it all day long and it wouldn't break. It would bend, but it wouldn't break. However, it also depends on how much you spend for it. This will cost you, like I said, about $10, $12 from a Chinese online site. That money will be much better spent if you would just buy yourself a Mora. I hope you guys found this useful. If you have any questions about this, let me know. I'd like to thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you all a great day.